Hey you guys, it's me, your teacher again. I wanted to do a quick discussion on chapter 14, which was about presentations. And since you have your presentations coming up very soon, I thought this was a good chapter to go over with you guys and kind of like go into depth. So you probably, a lot of our your regular style lectures when you were going to Delgado, or if you start, right now, it's all like presentation styles. A lot of us just sit, give a lecture and leave. So it's very, important to have the correct format to have the person in front of you's attention. So I think it's so hard nowadays to get people's attention. We get distracted so easily. Like for me, when I'm even creating these small videos for you guys, I try to be very short because I feel everybody has short attention span and nobody wants to watch for a video more than 5 minutes or six. I try not to go more than over than five, but it's a part of the learning process of what is a good presentation? How can I get my students to listen to me or even open this video right now? So I think the main thing I wanted to talk about or just want to go over when I was going through this is a lot of us are now visual learners. So it's really important to when you're creating your PowerPoints is to kind of create diagrams, have simple visuals, pictures. We like to see pictures. That's why right now I'm going towards creating these small videos. People like to listen and it's easier to see something versus reading it. Like I said before, a lot of people have shorter attention span nowadays. We're very distracted very easily. Our lifestyles are just in a rush. So I feel when we're creating a presentation, nobody has time to listen. Just give me the point and let me get done with it. And so it's really important to know what your audience, how they are, know what they want to listen to. What can I attract them, or how can I attract them? Audio learners. People like to listen through audio. Again, a lot of population. A lot, and there's some people that don't like. There's another population that needs hands-on activities, and they're only 20% of the population. Again, you are listening to me right now, and you know what type of learner you are, so you can tell, hey, I'm this type of learner. So it's really important to know what type of learner you are and who's your audience. Who are you presenting this to? What type of learner? I am a very visual person. I like listening. I don't like reading a lot. I like straight to the point. And I had a lot of teachers in my life that attracted me very well. I would love listening to their lectures. They're very, they just knew how to grab me from day one. And some of them were just like, one with this end. So it's really important to know, how to know who you're talking to. Develop your message. I think the main thing when you're presenting anything in life is know in your head, what's your objective? Why are you doing this? Who are you presenting this for? Having a clear preview, view, and review. And it doesn't have to be this actual layout. It's just in your head, you have to have a specific objective. It can be a very small one, but just know in your idea, what do you actually want to deliver? That's a very important question you have to ask yourself. Identify a few takeaway messages, and it doesn't have to be multiple ones. It can be just one. Like I said, you just have to know what's your clear objective. Again, structure your presentation. I think it's really important to when you're creating, and this is if you're pitching something or something major, but like I said before, take your time when you're developing things like this. If it's something, again, it has a huge impact. Let's say you're trying to apply for a grant or something, and it has to be in a presentation or you're pitching for something for some sort of money. Really make sure you take your time for your presentations. Make sure review them. That takes a much of a time, and then I know this is the way they divide it in this book, but it's really basic knowledge of what's your goal, how are you going to get to your goal, and the process of this goal, and like who are you presenting this goal to. So it's just so many stakeholders that you really have to look into when you're presenting. Grab attention, and this is something again you started with questions, some testimonial quotation, some statistics. I'm a math person. I love looking at numbers. I feel numbers are very attractive to me. It just grabs my attention. And this is what I question when I do some coaching on the side for organizations. And I was asked this question: how do you feel from 1 to 10? How do you feel today? And some people like that comfort of numbers, and some people like the comfort of getting a quote. So the start is very important. And I love the fact is sometimes you start with something that's not even unexpected, a challenge. So all of these are really important, statements, how to grab your audience's attention. When I go into a classroom and I have 10 or 12 students and I know half of them are zoned out and they don't, they're just like, oh, let's get done with it. It's really hard to grab their attention. I always feel this, it's really important to create a human connection. Creating that connection grabs your audience. It really does. And it could be even something that's not even related to it. Talking about a football game could be a way to grab your audience attention before anything. So it could just be that social kind of interaction that really impacts them a lot. Justifying your views. And I think that's something very challenging sometimes because you're trying to deliver something that you are convinced and you're trying to convince the person in front of you. So again, having that support documentation is very important. Again, just making sure you get there. So I think it's just it's a lot, and I don't want to go over every single aspect of it, but I do want to tell you this, or this is actually my discussion question for you. What do you think, from your perspective, is the best effective attention getter, and why? So this is my question again. What is the best effective attention getter, and why? Try to support your answer, try to convince me, and good luck, you guys. Take care.